Greetings, my beautiful kings and queens, of you stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Kountry Wayne skit from these Kountry Wayne streets. Let's get into it. Now, it's going to be interesting how Wayne is going to handle this meeting with the lawyer, because he only gave them 24 hours and it's been past that 24 hours since he told them. Is he going to respect the girls more because they took the time to get an attorney and negotiate like business women? You know, they just didn't accept what was put out to them. You know, as a businessman, Wayne in this game, I think there's a part of me is saying that yes, he will respect the way they moving because they doing it respectfully and they not looking to be taken advantage of. I think he want the right mindset and the right women in his corner for this to make it more successful. Now, he could joke around and be petty and say no, or he can renegotiate the terms. He told them he wouldn't, but I think he may want to know how far they would take it. Would they just listen to them, or would they also think and consider, you know, for their own benefits, and what's best for them in business and in life when it comes to the terms of this contract, in the Kountry Wayne podcast. So let's see how it goes.
So, talk to me. So what y'all got here?
Okay, so first I want to say I appreciate the agreement.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, got straight to the point. But I want to. Can we speak real?
Yeah, you can speak all you want because you're so beautiful. I'm just enjoying to sit here with this black melanin right here. If you don't mind me saying.
You know, let's see how you feel after we talk about the terms and stuff like that. Is that cool? Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, you know, the girls, I've had a chance to talk with my clients, and, you know, the girls are dynamic. They bring a lot to the table, and from my understanding, this is all of you all's first time venturing into the podcast space,
The
right?
table's
Right.
already there, though. I bought this table, too. But no, yeah, continue.
But in this situation, you know, they're the face, right? And
Yeah, they're probably the face, they're not the name. The NBA don't have a face. The NBA was here before Michael Jordan was here before LeBron. But that's
yeah. But the NBA would be nothing without its players, right? And as long as the players are happy, you know, then the NBA is happy, right?
Yeah.
The NBA keeps living, keeps going on.
But it's a lot of people who want to play in the NBA.
That is true.
Yeah, for sure.
But you got a team, right? And
Yeah.
we want to make sure that this team is solid. And that means if you want a good team, you make sure they're taken care of fully, you know? Okay. So in the space right now, the client, my team, your team, rather, your team, they're not really as enthused with the terms right now.
They not even as enthused about Jesus. So I don't even trust what they're enthused about. I don't never hear them say Jesus. So I'm like, I don't trust their other enthusiasm. So because they're enthused about the wrong things. So we could take that word out. But
okay,
what they talking about?
Okay.
What they want? Let's cut to the chase.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what we're thinking is 25%.
What you said?
25. You know,
of what?
Of the back end.
Who back end? 25%.
For the podcast.
You trying 25% of the back end? So they trying y'all. Well, they must be trying to get BBLs off our money. Some of them already got
You said
that.
BBLs off my money.
No, they don't. The ladies look lovely.
Oh no, they look lovely. I'm just saying. No, you said
say
25% of back end. I hope you're not talking about back end of my money, my revenue.
Hear me out though, right? Okay, so they're only getting the fee, right?
Yeah, only.
And the fee, I don't want to dismiss it like it's small, but
Okay.
you know, as this takes off and it grows,
Can we know what the
you
fee is?
What does that leave the girls? And I feel like as they grow, because they're part of the team, right?
They got a name.
Well, the name is a part of the podcast.
But I'm saying they could go out and be bigger people. You know, they can go out there and do what they want to do.
So let's walk back through the 25%.
Oh, you'll walk it all the way back to zero because I'm not doing 25%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Let's.
Hey, you're a lawyer and I don't like to waste lawyers' time, but
Yeah, I don't like my time being wasted.
it was wasted because 25%. I promise you don't know me.
I think we're gonna get something good out of this.
I think we're not.
I trust that we will.
You stop moving your hand, baby. Your hands are beautiful.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm just bring me home to the motherland. But
He said all the way to the motherland. Now, she said, I promise you, you will. Now, she's trying to persuade him that, she could get him to see that 25%. Wayne said, you better walk it all the way back to zero. So right now, well, my theory that he may respect what the girls are doing doesn't look like it. It look like that theory has gone out the window. I thought that Wayne would maybe possibly like the fact that the girls are fighting for their rights and what's important, because it shows the integrity of how they want to work in this business, and how the integrity of how they want to handle business when it comes to their interests and doing the work. Now the fee evidently is a good fee. And the attorney said, I don't want to act like it's small. Now they're getting this fee per episode. So was it good enough for them to accept this and not get anything on the back end for 3 years? I want to get more into the legalities. I want to hear the lawyer talk more on what she knows of podcasts and starting a podcast and brand deals. Normally, I don't know how much homework she did into this, but how long has it taken for a new podcast to get brand deals? What or even getting a significant amount of revenue? How long did it take them from when they started to start getting these deals and really making money? Was it at least 3 years? And that way, once that point comes, then they can get money on the back end. Or did they start getting money as soon as a year, and the girls will be missing, 2.5 years of money on the back end? I don't know how much homework she did on that, and it would have been good if she did, because she would have more ammunition to fight, and or have an explanation to her clients, and maybe fight more for them. So this is what I want to know in her research, and outside of the law, how much did she learn from what other podcasts made? Because that 3-year term may have come with some homework behind it, to see how serious they are, to give them a chance to build a name for themselves, to gain the popularity where brand deals would want to really come on board because of them. And then they'll have something to leverage as far as renegotiations, because they're new. And that fee might be good enough for now, but we're going to see how it goes. I know there's probably going to be follow-up on this. It's not going to be just this conversation. I'm sure they're going to do another video on that. I will probably get on that around my lunchtime, because I have to head back to work. I'm already late off my break, but I wanted to plug in to these first two. But we shall continue. What do you think? Do you think Wayne will eventually negotiate on a number? Will she persuade them the value of these women in getting something on the back end? Or do you think this is solid, stuck in cement, and Wayne is not going to budge on these numbers? Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace, and we'll be back later. Have a great day. And we out.